Assalamu alaikum. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I would like to thank Brother Khizr Khan for taking his time, his busy schedule, to not only come for our community, but to be an active supporter for the work that we do. So I would like to give him another clap of hands to thank him for his presence. I would like to acknowledge the people who are always in the back end that don't get recognized. Afifa, if you could stand. Our chair, our co-chair, Brother David. Riyaz Merchant, if you could stand. Abu Khtadir. Mehmet. Khorem. My brother, Farouk, that's always there to support. Yasser. Stand up, Yasser. You know you want to stand up. Stand up, Yasser. Yasser. Sheikh Iqbal, Nader, Naheed. And I'd like to give a big shout out to Olivia Cantu. Even though I drive her a little crazy, but thank you. Thank you for what you do and taking your time and making sure we are always engaged and organized and trying our best. I know we're not the best, but we're getting there. We're working at it, but everyone here is an influencer, a provider to the community. Not only the way that this landscape will ever change if we enter a political arena that shows that we're sophisticated both civically and politically. Because the only way to make a change is to be part of a system that influences and reforms change as itself. As we continue these efforts across the state, we look forward to shaping a culture of activism. A community that frequently is a subject of prejudice and frequently called upon to share their side. With your participation, we hope to empower minority communities to better engage diplomatically, but just for the betterment of their local communities by America as its whole. So how do we do this? First, we get out the vote. Secondly, we support the right candidates. And thirdly, we advocate on issues that are important to the American Muslims. So what is Emgage? Emgage stands for you. When we are engaging in legislation that is against our community, we are the people that are sitting on those tables. But without just us, we need the support of the community. The voice and the oppression of the new Muslim ban and the brothers in China together indeed are unfortunate. But troubling times do not serve as a moment of despair. This also serves a moment for change. See, America to me is a responsibility. I have a responsibility to my Muslim Ummah. Because to me, the principle of being American is decreed of being human first. And what goes around the minorities, it's an insulting and taking away of us as Americans. To me, America is not just the name of a country. No, it used to be an ideal of dreamers, those who worked hard. It used to be helping countries, like rebuild Europe and World War II. But now withdrawing from Syria, Yemen, and Palestine. Expanding rights to vote and not gerrymandering. Protecting the environment and not denying it. And ultimately using to champion immigrants and not turning its back on the very same foundation that made this country so distinctive and prominent. So this year, we wanted to make a change. This year, the poll showed that the American Muslim community did not let circumstances stand as an excuse to build walls of division. We made it an impulse for a greater communal activism, because not only is this a principle of being an American, but a decree of being human foremost. We saw that the Muslims took a significant step forward in the civil rights movement with the 75% vote to pass Amendment 4. Amendment 4 restored voting rights for formerly incarcerated people who are 30% of our people, the Muslim community. We are proud of the Muslim community for having been involved in the great efforts and following the footsteps of great Muslim civil rights activists like Malcolm X. So the spotlight is on us and we need to rise to the occasion. If we sit back and doubt and question ourselves, can we really make a difference with our numbers? We let hesitation dictate our regret of the future. Delay and delay and delay is not something that we can afford. And the only way to make that change is to become politically and civically engaged. And I can't again say this, we cannot be feared being noticed. Retreating to Islamophobia will only continue our victimization. Let us not proliferate walls of division, but instead make an impulse to continue a communal engagement. We do not apologize nor waver our way of life, but we do owe to our nation to contribute to all aspects, in every way. I stand humble with you as a task before us, but it is our duty to post generations before us who came with a few dollars in their pockets to give an offspring a chance in the land of opportunity. That the endeavors did not end with them, it only began, and now we're here to incumbent all of that and seize it and become civically immersed citizens in order to establish a new foundation of growth. Thank you.
Wow. Thanks, Yemen, for your passionate speech. I wanted to give out the number again to text. So if you note it down, please, 52886, and text voting. It takes you to a form. Hello? Yeah, it takes you to a form where you just enter your name and email address. You're not committing anything financially. It's just your contact information. And that will allow us on the back end to collect the information and work with that data. So we really appreciate you if you do that today. Thank you. So Yemen talked a little bit about immigrant story, and looking at the faces here, I can safely say that more than 50% of us here today are immigrants, correct? We all have our own story. What Weil alluded to is the American story, American ideals, right? That was valuable to me personally as well when I came here as a student about 30 years ago, and America has given me everything I have today. So in the past, I've been on the sidelines and decided to kind of get more active and engage with Emgage, because being silent is no longer an option for us. There's a lot of things going on that goes against our values, the American values. That's the important part, and that's what we are fighting for. So I hope you join us. We always need volunteers, so that would be a great thing to do. I'd like to invite Naveed and Afifa, who are the chair of the Florida board, to talk about some of the activities we're doing here in Florida. Thank you.
So I have a 50-minute long speech. Hope you guys had a good food. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Thank you for being here. I think the best way to spend a Saturday is with the people we care about. So that's awesome. Thank you all. A big shout out and claps for you all for being here. Recognizing my team, my sisters in my struggle, Olivia and Yemen. My sisters and brothers on Emgage Florida and Emgage National Board, and Weil, thank you for being here. I know you will find every single excuse to be out of DC in winters, so I see the motivation coming. Honorable Speaker Khizr Khan, thank you for your time. Thank you that you're here, standing up for the issues that we care about. Emgage is not new to civic engagement. We have been here for more than 10 years now, doing civic engagement and activism work. What we seriously believe in Emgage is the power is with the people, not people in power. And that's something that we care about, and that's what we are doing for our community. As Brother Riaz always say, that if you're not on the table, you're on the menu. I just omit a few words. If you're not on the table, you are the menu. So, you know, let's get engaged with Emgage. Brother Riaz, I can't see you so hard. I want to see your facial reactions, but that's fine. So what we are doing in Emgage in Florida is we're expanding our outreach. We are present in South Florida, and we're very active in South Florida. We have a Tampa board also now, a Tampa chapter. We're expanding our outreach to Orlando, North Florida, and Florida Panhandle. We can't forget the sisters and brothers over there. So we are doing some good work that that you guys will see the movements happening The M in Emgage is all of you, right? What happened to the mic? Okay. The M in Emgage, it made it more dramatic, so I think that's okay. We can all appreciate that. We all have to ask the questions that why are we here today? For me, the reason is very personal. I can talk about my passion for the community all the time, but it's very personal self-interest that I'm here. My 5-year-old son, Hassan, right? That drives me because I don't want to stand in front of him and answer a question 15, 20 years later that, Mom, what have you done to stop the oppression of Muslims from happening? And that's my very own personal reason. I'm pretty sure you all have your own personal reasons and story. So whether it's the issues that you care about, whether it's the community that you care about, or our own children for their future, that we are all here. And what our forefathers have done before us, they build the institutions, they build the community in America, and we're living their legacies, and that's why we are here. Let's do it the Emgage way. Let's get engaged, get the vote out, support the right candidates, and advocate for the issues that we care about. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum, good afternoon, everyone.
It happens to you all the time, I don't know why.
I think I'm good. I was a little too close. Oh, I'd like to welcome you all. Thank you very much for taking the time out on your busy Saturday, which normally people have that time for their families, so you're taking that time out to come out here. Thank you so very much. Mr. Khizr Khan, you being here, you inspire us all. You are someone who we all look up to. My daughter Jannat, when she found out that you were coming, she said, Baba, can I go and shake hand with Mr. Khan? That's how you touch many hearts. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Emgage and on behalf of Afifa and myself, I would like to extend my gratitude to the team, Florida, Sister Yemen, Olivia, Paul, Paulina, Ramadan, all of you are doing a great job. Khurram, Farouk, and Yasser, all of you are amazing with us. On a lighter note, I will start with that. As Riaz earlier said, that there was a catch of match event here in South Florida. So he said that's for singles. I said, you don't need to worry about it. You can tap into the God-given bonus to Muslim man and go and see your potential opportunity. Now, Riyadh has a very specific and a very funny reply to that. He said that opportunity comes with an American penalty. All right, so Afifa has already taken all the time. What I would just like to connect with the folks here. I think Farouk just understood. Now, many of the elected officials are here, and many of the candidates are here who are running for the office. Emgage and Emgage leadership is ready and willing to work with all of you. It is not important that you're Muslim, you're Afro-American, or you belong to any of the minorities. We are.
Brother Naveed, I think you're very loud.
All right. Okay.
Let's do it.
Just pull the mic off.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? All right, can you hear me?
Hey, let's go.
All right, so it is not important for us to work with any specific candidate, so long the candidate is willing and ready to work with Emgage and the Muslim community and reach out to us. We are very much ready and willing to work with you all. One thing for our community leaders here, those who belong to our faith. As Yemen said in her talk, that we are not the best yet. We can be best, but we cannot be best by ourselves. You have to make us best. And I know for sure that the Muslim community will definitely reach out to us, and we'll reach out to you, and then we're going to make sure